Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios. Good morning, Rumble Studios on this 04.07.2022 Sorry about that. It is 2025. Current time is 6:12 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich over there on X, here on the Rumble Studios, broadcasting out to Rumble, Locals, YouTube, Twitch, X Live, and the Facebook. And yes, we do have it running. We didn't forget about it. And good morning, Tina. Good morning to our Jersey girl, Tina. She is in the chat. Glad to have you here, and I hope you had a great weekend. And I hope you all had a great weekend. I had a pretty decent weekend. I do it, even though I sort of screwed up my broadcast yesterday, gaming on one of the rings online. But we recovered and stuff like that. But we had a great weekend. Great weekend for sports, and as far as that goes, and great weather. I woke up. What time did I wake up? About 2 o'clock. Go to the bathroom. I'm looking outside, and I'm seeing, what's this? There's flurries. We had snow flurries overnight. It's wet out there, but it's not cold enough to keep it on the ground there and stuff like that. And I forgot one last thing here. We posted everything. We got Facebook up, but we forgot to bring up our local news tabs here. Let me go ahead and do this real quick as far as that goes, and just bring them up to have them up. It'll only take me a second. I got the hot links here, and I just got to press them a number of times. But we had a good weekend. Weather was pretty decent. It didn't start out too well last Friday, though. I lost my chess game. I sucked. It only went like 15th move. I had to resign. He got my queen. I blundered. I did a blunder. There, you do mistakes, you got great moves, you got your textbook moves, and then you have your blunders. And I did a blunder where I lost my queen, and I think I lost a rook right after that. And I said, you know what, I'm not. The game is done. When you know it's over, go ahead, cut your losses, and next Friday there's another game. We're going to be moving our games to Monday, I think, because my neighbor is going to be, what is it? Do we have let me see if we have 100 years ago. No, they still don't have 100 years ago. Wow. Okay, well, we'll just go with the regular the regular. I guess they took last week off or something like that. The last one was the end of March and stuff. They're not doing it anymore. So, but we're going to be changing our chess night to Monday nights. Hey, Tony D, salute to you. # positive start to the day. And the missus isn't up yet. She's sleeping in as far as that goes. So Tony D is coming in on the Rumble. And let's see. And we're glad to have you here, my friend. You broadcasted yesterday with Michael when I was online there. I got your DM, but I'm doing the gaming bit now and stuff like that. You guys were, I caught your replay, and it's you and Michael talking about football. For me, football, I watched some football yesterday, some UFL football, and then I watched some what they call real football, and that would be soccer. I did watch soccer. We'll talk about that in the sports section. But Tony saying hello and good morning to Tina in the chat from Twitch. And but good to have you here. I hope you had a good weekend, Tony, nonetheless. But that was good to see you and Michael. You and Michael make a good team. I'm just a third wheel. So, but I was over there gaming. I started gaming. I wasn't sure. And Tina saying good morning to Tony from Twitch as far as that goes. So we got our regular chatters in there on the Twitch side. Glad to have you here. And but we're getting our day started here. What do we got here? We got our current temperature is we gained a degree. was 34. It's 35. But we had some snow flurries up here in upstate New York, southern tier of upstate New York, that is. And hey, Thamer, good morning. Coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Good to have you here, my friend. And I guess things are back to normal over there. Is Ramadan over? What? Yeah, we got okay. Easter for us Christians, us Christians, and I was raised Catholic and but not a practicing Catholic. I guess Easter's the 20th this month, so Palm Sunday is next Sunday. So I believe Ramadan is over with, and um, oh, it's been over for a week now. Okay, all right, I had an article here a couple weeks ago that there's um, uh, Ramadan is celebrated here in the southern tier of upstate New York. There is a community of Muslims that do celebrate, and then we had an article in it and stuff like that. So I guess sort of spread the knowledge of that particular set of religion. But we have Easter coming up in 2 weeks, as far as that goes. That's a big day for in the Christian religion and stuff like that. And let's see, Tony's saying salute to you, my friend. And it's a bloody day around the markets. Markets will be the markets. They're gonna come up. As much as they say the stock market here in the United States fell, the markets will be the markets. They're gonna make their money. So I'm not worried about the markets. So as far as that goes, the United States remains strong and will be a leader. We will not be dictated by the other countries of this world, and that's rightfully so in the world markets now. So that's what I got to say about that right now. As far as that goes, it's a course correction. As far as too many countries, Stammer's been taking advantage of the United States. Okay, so we're trying to correct that. I guess it's a good time to collect. Yeah, the market's gonna believe me. The market's gonna take care of itself. And Tina's saying hi to Thamer. As far as that goes, the market's going to be hot and cold, and the market does not dictate what this world is going to do. So, but speaking of hot and cold, currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, it's 35 degrees Fahrenheit, and that equates to 1.6 degrees Celsius. We did get some snow though, which I was surprised, but then again, I'm not surprised. And we did get some rain, and as far as that goes, and Tina and Tony both saying hi to Thamer. As far as that goes, again on the Twitch side, Tony saying hi to Thamer there. Oh, I get it. There we go. And so starting out a little cold, but still have a lingering cough. But I feel great. Let's see what the oh, that's a different. I didn't want it on there. That's a different web page there. And Thamer saying hi to Tony. Let's see. Thamer says I'm talking about that because it's my okay. You're you're a trader and stuff like that. Yeah, I have a nephew that's a trader also out in Phoenix, Arizona and stuff. So, and I pay attention to the markets and stuff. The markets. I'm not sure. The Dow here is was I think it's still over 40. Let me see what it was at here. What's it at? New York. Let's see, the New York stock market, Dow Jones Industrial. What is that sitting at? Okay, it's at 38. It's down below 40. Okay, yeah, I guess it did take a hit. But we're still above, way above. I can remember when the Dow Jones was in the 20,000s. So I'm not worried about it. It's going down, and they just don't. They're not dictating the United States not going to let it dictate stuff like that. I know some people are upset. I'm not losing any money right. Well, I'm losing money, probably some money in my 401k right now, but it'll come back. I've lost money before in it, so I am not worried about it at this time. Those people that are putting fear. Hey, good morning. Tony says good morning too.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, the missus says good morning to everybody. She just woke up, so I am not worried about it. So, and that's where I'm going to leave it right now, and we'll see what happens this week and stuff like that, because everything is not permanent. Okay, just to say, and people will squawk, but you have to try some new and innovative things. And people don't realize that here in the United States, before we had taxes, the U.S. government was ran by tariffs. Did they worry about it back then? No. So we shouldn't be worried about it now, okay? Because people will make their money and stuff like that, and it's not gonna. I don't know if will it cause inflation. I don't think it'll cause inflation because they're not making money like the last administration did. True, it's time to get them factories back. Thamer says, "Yeah, we're going to be working on it." And the last time President Trump was in office, he lowered the that tax there that industries have to pay, as far as in the state. What the hell they call it? I forget what they call it. That certain manufacturing tax or industry tax, and all these companies came back. Ireland's still complaining. Well, that's you, Ireland. You lower your taxes. We put them as low as Ireland. They all came back, and our economy went up. So, like that, like I said, I'm not those people that are fearful and then inciting fear about the that so-called tariffs that President Trump put into. Got to give them a chance there. Are they going to last forever? I don't think so. I don't think President Trump is that dumb. Okay. People here in the United States, they have a short memory and stuff. They don't look at the long term. You got to look at the long term. There's a gentleman that told me, go into the, there was a segment in the stock market. He says, go for the long term. Long term is always a good thing. There's too many people look at the short term and stuff like that. It's the long term that matters. Let's see. Mainly cloudy with snow showers around this morning. I saw some flurries out there. High around 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh, it's going to be a cold day today. Winds out of the east by southeast, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of snow is 80%. It's starting to get daylight out there. It's cloudy. I don't know if it's going to, because it's 35 degrees. It's going to be rainy today and cloudy. Well, it's going to be cloudy for the most part. If anything, if it warms up, we may get some rain. And what's that?
There's some snow on the garage roof.
Oh, there's snow on the garage roof. I didn't see it there. So we did have a little accumulation on the garage roof. I didn't see any on the garage. Oh, there is a little sprinkling on the grass. Okay. All right. So there is this little sprinkling. And let's see. Sun will be rising this morning at 06:38. That's in about 13 minutes, 6:38 a.m., and it'll be setting at 7:38 p.m. Our world times and temperatures as I speak, starting in Honolulu, Hawaii, at 12:26 a.m. In Honolulu, clear skies, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona, we have clear skies also at 3:26 a.m. locally there in Phoenix, 55 degrees Fahrenheit. In the windy city of Chicago, Illinois, 5:26 a.m. Clear skies there, 39 degrees Fahrenheit. In the jungle, the New York City jungle, at 6:26 a.m. 6:26 a.m. here in upstate New York, the southern tier of upstate New York, where I live and reside, 39 degrees Fahrenheit in New York City. Let's see, Tony D down there in Warner Robins, Georgia, 70 degrees right now. Wow, 70 degrees. That's nice. That's a nice temperature right there. 71 for the high, 55, and it's raining down in Georgia. Warner Robins, Georgia, right south of Macon, Georgia, which is south of Atlanta. And we have Tim Fan 40 in the chat on YouTube. Hey, Tim Fan 40, yo. And bathroom is officially done. All right. The project is done. Let's see. Now to redo the kitchen counters with a slab of granite. Okay, that'll cost you some money. I know that granite is expensive. Let's see. Have to cut to length and cut out. Are you going to do that cutting yourself, or do you have that done? Is that something you can do? Do you have something that if you're just going to go get the slab and you're going to do the cutting yourself, or you're going to have it pre-cut? If you're cutting that yourself, I'm impressed. You are definitely you are a skilled tradesman, contractor there, my friend. um, and Tina saying good morning to Tim from Twitch onto YouTube. And as far as that goes, oh, let me back up. Tina did give me the let's see, what did I do? I just hit something. Tina did give me the temperatures. Let's go back up on the temperatures there in central Jersey, where Tina is at, our Jersey girl. It's 45 degrees today it's currently 45 degrees and 35 for the low in New Jersey. So that's our temperature there in New Jersey. Going across the pond, continuing the Atlantic Ocean, as it's called, the pond. Why is that so dark? Oh, that's right. I forgot to. Let me hang on for a minute, folks. Let's see. What are we doing here? Let's see. Let me bring this up. Yeah, there we go. We got to brighten that up a little bit. That was way too dark. Okay, we are back. Okay, bring that back up at full. Across the pond, the Atlantic Ocean in Cork, Ireland at 11:29 a.m. Sunny and clear in Cork. 57 degrees Fahrenheit. Use your bifocals. 57 degrees Fahrenheit in Cork. In Milan, Italia, mangia, lunchtime in Milan at 12:29 p.m. Clear skies, sunny and clear, 55 degrees Fahrenheit. In Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, where Thamer is from, at 1:29 p.m. in the afternoon, it's 91 degrees Fahrenheit, a little hot one there where Thamer's at, sunny and clear as far as that goes. And we have Lore from Norway in, where he says that he was on the broadcast yesterday when we were gaming. Is it still nice over there in Norway this morning or today right now? Well, he's in it's, let's see, if it's 11:30, it's probably 12:30. It's lunchtime over there where Lore's at in Norway. And as far as that goes. So good morning to Lore. And Tim says he did himself. Oh, man, I'm impressed, Tim. You're going to do that cutting yourself. Wow. You are a skilled tradesman. I will say that without even seeing you do any work. That is something. Let's see. Laura says, still nice here. The sun is shining. So the sun is shining. And Laura's saying hi to Tina from the Twitch to the Twitch. Continuing with our world times and temperatures in Kuala Lumpur at 6:30 p.m. Sunny and clear, 84 degrees Fahrenheit. In Tokyo, Japan at 7:31 p.m. In their evening, clear skies, 57 degrees Fahrenheit. And down under on the great continent and great country of Australia, Melbourne, Australia at 8:31 p.m. in their evening. It is, they must have changed their clocks. Yeah, they did change their clocks. Melbourne, it's cloudy skies, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. And in Sydney, Australia at 8:31 p.m., clear skies, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are our world times and temperatures as I speak. Let's see. Tim says it's 117 inches. I like that number, 117. 117 used to be the emergency dial number. Before they had the 911 in the Air Force, that was the emergency number there, 117. 117 inches of granite for $250. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I thought it'd be more than that. But I have to cut it and cut out a sink. Is it 117 inches, $250 for granite?
Not bad.
I thought you paid more than that. That sounds good.
Having it.
Well, if you have it
Having it cut and stuff.
Yeah, when it's pre-cut, it's going to cost more. I got send me your email and send you pictures. Get on X and you can DM him. Okay, that's how I do it. As far as that goes, I do a lot of DM there, Tim. Or else get on the Facebook. If you're on the Facebook, you can DM. I don't know if you can DM on YouTube. Can you? No, I don't think you can. Message on. So if you go on the Fireman Rich, if you're on the Facebook, it's cheap. If get a slab. Okay, I never didn't realize that. That's pretty decent. I thought every time I hear a slab of concrete or a slab of granite for kitchen counter, I'm thinking thousands of dollars.
No, that's where the contractor comes in that's where the cost is. The contractor.
Well, no, just the pre-cost I've seen in the thousands before installing, because those housing shows that we watch.
Oh, that's true.
They talk about how much it costs beforehand.
It's like $8,000
it's a pretty penny as far as that goes. And you on the thing there. Okay. All right. Let's see. What do we got going here? Okay, that was our world times and temperatures as I speak on the and Tim said so did he. Until you looked into it. You don't know until you look into it. So that's good. Let's see. Our thought for the day.
I think you broke it.
Did I break it?
I think you broke it. It's not working.
You put new batteries in? Mm-hmm. It was working last night. I was using the guide. Did you push the button?
What button?
Just push the satellite button.
Did.
Oh, you did?
Several
Okay.
times.
I'll have to look at it here in a little bit. Cutting is easy. I wouldn't attempt it because if you mess up, that's it. You're out $250.
We can't cut straight, so.
Yeah, I can't cut. We can't cut straight. Even if there's a line, we're jagging all over the place.
We'd be fired.
What's that?
We'd be fired.
Yeah, we'd be fired. We wouldn't do good. We have a thought for the day from what's this notification? It's notifications. Who is that? Oh, Tony D. Thank you. And Questad. He likes the X Live. How many people do we have on X Live? We have 5 people on X Live. Thank you very much. Wow. And Questad, if you're one of them, thank you. And Tony, you're over there probably too. So we have 5 people over there on X. We have 5 people on Rumble. We have 1 person on Locals, 2 on YouTube, 4 on Twitch. And who do we have on Facebook? How's the Facebook looking? I'm not showing any indication of anybody on Facebook, but Tony did throw a hi up there, and I just liked it, Tony, so thank you very much. Going back to the X, our thought for today from a gentleman we all know because he's the one that says there's billions and billions and billions of planets out there. And that's Mr. Carl Sagan. Carl Edward Sagan was an American astronomer, planetary scientist, science communicator who played a key role in the U.S. space program. A leader in the search of extraterrestrial life, Sagan was a NASA advisor from the 1950s and briefed Apollo astronauts before their moon mission. He also experimented on the Mariner, Viking, and Voyager and Galileo expeditions. The gold discs is on the Voyager 1. That's way, way out there. His quote and our thought for today goes as follows. Somewhere, not over the rainbow, but somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known. And ain't that the truth? I wake up almost every day thinking of that. That's a good quote. That's a fantastic quote. Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known. That's what Cock hides in imperfections, he says. Okay, Tim. So what does Mr. Carl Sagan mean by that? It suggests that the universe holds countless, you can't count them. Can you count the stars? There's countless and amazing undiscovered things, encouraging a sense of wonder and curiosity about the unknown. Are there aliens? Are there extraterrestrial lives? I think there is. We don't have solid proof of it, but I have a gut feeling there is. Uh, while often attributed to Carl Sagan, it's actually a quote from Sharon Begel, a journalist, in an article about Sagan. Oh, okay, so it's not really his quote, but he's probably used it. It's a quote. It's a great quote. Something somewhere incredible is waiting to be known in those billions and billions and billions of planets. So thank you, Carl Sagan. God bless and Godspeed. And Tina says, yes, that's a good one. Good one. That is. And Tina's laughing at the missus's comments on the jig jag and stuff. Yeah. Um, oh yeah, Tim. We know that most of the cost of anything these days, if you get your car fixed and all that, is due to labor too. So that's you could spend $50 on the part, but it'll cost you $200 to put it in. I'm going to get my brakes done. I know that's the case. The brakes aren't going to cost as much as the labor. And let's see. Laura says it's about 5,000 stars that you can spot looking at the sky. I read that somewhere, but of course there's a lot more behind that. You just have to look at just the photographs that we've gotten from the Hubble spacecraft, and now the James Webb Space Telescope. My God, endless, Laura. Exactly. So a fantastic quote from Mr. Carl Sagan. He wasn't too hip on the ancient aliens, though, but which I attribute ancient aliens as part of extraterrestrial life and stuff like that. Is there may be some proof. There may be some proof in that. Let's see our national day for today. What do we got on the docket here? Let's see. We have IEP Writing Day. What is IEP? I have no idea what that is. It's too early. Girl Me Too Day? Yeah, okay. National No Housework Day is today. Did you hear that?
What?
Today is National No Housework Day.
Well, too bad.
Too bad. She says I knew that.
Too bad.
Ooh, Beer Day today. Oh, and this is a choice. We have Coffee Cake Day. Oh my God, there's two good ones right there. What do I pick? It's too early for beer, so we're going to go for National Coffee Cake Day. I don't have any beer. I drank the last beer the other day, so I got to go out and get some more beer. It's Monday. It's not for the missus. So, okay. Let's see. We're going to go with National Coffee Cake Day. Who doesn't like coffee cake? On April 7th, National Coffee Cake Day gives us a reason as well as another reason to linger over a cup of joe. Right here, coffee. And we don't have a cup. We don't have coffee cake, but we got a cup of joe here. Cup of coffee. We can also break out some of the old favorite recipes and deliver a hearty, warm, home-baked item to a friend or two. As many bakers know, coffee cakes take very little time to make and brings a lot of satisfaction to both the baker and the receiver. Let's see. Coffee cake is a cake intended to be eaten while enjoying a cup of coffee, maybe for breakfast during a coffee break. There is it's an excellent excuse for a visit to the convenience store or a convention or conversational starter, I should say. Okay, hey, have a piece of coffee cake, and you just get into a conversation. The coffee cake itself does not contain any coffee. They are usually single-layer cakes made in squares, rectangles, or ring-shaped pans. Coffee cakes are often flavored with cinnamon and other spices, nuts, fruits, and berries, blueberries, or apples. Typically, they have crumb toppings and glazed. That reminds me. This weekend we had Sunday. We finished off the bun cake, the cinnamon bun cakes that the missus bought at. She went to a craft fair Saturday. And these cinnamon buns, oh my God, There was we're nibbling on it. First half of them. There's only like I think there's 4 or 5. But there was two left, 2 good chunks left for Sunday, and oh my God, did that taste good? Coffee cake, yes, coffee cake is yummy. Cinnamon buns are even better. But we're gonna go. Today is National Coffee Cake Day, and for your beer drinkers, I'm a beer drinker. It's also let's say it's National Beer. It's the secondary one is National Beer Day. There's a lot of good beers out there, so and I do enjoy a good beer. Let's see. Tomorrow will be the first. It's been 2 weeks, so there'll be. Let's see. Tomorrow will be a Mixcloud day, so we'll be doing the Mixcloud Tauga radio show on Mixcloud there, where I present 8 songs, and it's been 2 weeks already. Wow, freaking March went by quick, and April's just starting to cruise through. We're in the second week already, so we're going to be doing the Mixcloud bit where. As a fireman doing the retired thing on this thing called the internet, I play as a want to be keyword play. I don't if the opportunity comes by, I don't think it will. I'm a realist. I'm a simple man. I know, but I enjoy playing as a want to be radio DJ, remembering playing and listening to all the good old rock and roll of past and the newest of today's rock and roll music as well as other music, playing, listening to the music on the cloud called Mixcloud, and to good music that simply pops. There we go. And let's see. Laura says I'm a Guinness beer drinker now and then, but only drink. Yeah, I don't drink as much. Oh, I used to drink like a fish when I was single, and then when I first went in the Air Force. Oh my God. Oh my God! As far as that goes, I enjoyed the European beers. The Italian beers are pretty good. When I was in Italy the first time that was my first duty, so I liked it. The beers in the Philippines and Korea, eh. Japan, there's a beer called Kern beer. Oh my God, that's good beer there. Um, the beers here locally here in the United States, especially in New York State, the craft beers are excellent. They rival anything that Europe can put out right now, I would say. Um, there's the one beer I do enjoy Guinness draft. When you get Guinness from a draft in a bar, it's great. That's a great beer. But Yingling, which is a beer here in the United States, the brewery is down there in Pennsylvania. It's the oldest brewery in the United States. They make their dark and tan, I say, is almost equal to. I like a good dark and tan. Yingling, America's oldest brewery, is down there in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. But there's all good. There's a selection. The craft beer. There's a beer company in Binghamton that make craft beer. It's good. There's a up there where me and the missus go to have lunch. We haven't in a while, and that's at the Beer Tree up in Johnson City. They have a beer up there that there's this one beer. It's called Morning Brew. Oh my God, is it good? It's not this beer you just chuggle down. It's a sipping beer, and it tastes so smooth. So there's a lot of good beers out there. Let's see. In our history, so we don't have 100 years ago. We don't have that. It's not on Fox 40. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why. Let's see. What do we got here? Laura says, I drank like a fish in my 20s, learned by Yeah, we all learned our lessons there. I just thank the Lord, the man upstairs, that I didn't have any. I come close to some extracurricular activities from my. Oh, there is snow. Look you can see the snow. Oh my God, it's getting daylight out there. You can see this. There's snow on it. There's snow on the shrubbery. You can just barely see it over here, but it's more prominent over here. We do it did it did well. Like I said, it did snow. I did looked outside. Um, let's see. For speaking of drinking and stuff, back in 1933, Yeah, we just had a dusting at 2 o'clock. I woke up at 2 o'clock this morning to go to the bathroom. I looked out and it was flurrying. So we have a little. There's not that much. There's probably more on the tree than there is on the ground. It's all going to be melted later this afternoon, Laura. It's not unusual. It's still early April. The temperatures were a little colder and stuff. But we're talking about beer. But back in the day, 1933, prohibition against drinking beer was ended. That's why it's beer day. Today is the end of prohibition that in 1933 in the United States, and a return of the malty beverage is celebrated on this day. That's why it's beer day. It was the end of prohibition here in the United States. That's a reason to celebrate. Of course, they probably had the beer going anywhere. 1964, a happy 59th birthday to filmmaker and actor Russell Crowe. He's only 54? Man, I thought he was in 60s. I'm older than Russell Crowe. Holy crap. Russell. I don't know if I think I saw a video. Is he I think he's I'm not sure. We don't have any Aussies here yet. I wonder if Russell Crowe. I don't think he's running for prime minister, but I think I saw a video over the weekend that he's supporting somebody on the. It might have been an ex. Um, let's see. But you are older than. No, I am not older than Lamb. Speaking of which, is he? He's not. Where is he? He's not on yet. What happened? Where is Lamb? Is he on? Let me refresh this. He's not on. What happened, Laura? He's not on. Uh-oh. I seen a couple of he was out running around this weekend in the car and stuff. Yeah, Lamb, yeah, he's 80 something. He gives me let's see. I guess he will be yeah, he'll be on soon. I'm sure he will. He's probably just waking up. It's Monday. He was out running around this weekend I saw on his replays there too. Let's see. In 1985, Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev declared a moratorium on the deployment of medium range missiles in Europe. Mikhail Gorbachev, I liked him. He was a good guy. I liked him. And 24 years ago today, NASA launched the 2001 Odyssey probe to Mars, named after the classic sci-fi film. Its mission was to use the spectrometer and thermal imager to detect evidence of past and present water and ice, as well as the study of the planet's geology and radiational environment. So that was something they placed in orbit around Mars. Let's see, on the AP side. So it was Beer Day, end of probation, and then today is the anniversary of the Odyssey, uh, exploring Mars as far as that goes. And let's see, let's bring this back here. Um, let's see, in 1862, Union forces led by the great General Ulysses S. Grant and Major General Don Carlos Buller defeated the Confederates at the Battle of Shiloh in Tennessee. General Ulysses S. Grant, who became president afterwards, a great American. And let's see, what do I have? 1966, the U.S. Navy recovered a hydrogen bomb that the United States Air Force had lost in the Mediterranean Sea off of Spain following a B 52 crash. And that was pretty significant. A hydrogen bomb, not an atomic bomb, a hydrogen bomb. And B 52 crashed probably because it was up there flying. Let's see. In 1984, the Census Bureau reported Los Angeles had overtaken Chicago as the nation's second city in terms of population. I think New York City is still the number one. And as far as that goes, let me take care of this here. Let's see, we got one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 clicks. 6 clicks. And in 2022, the Senate confirmed Caitlin Brown Jackson to the Supreme Court, securing her place as the first black female on the Supreme Court in 2022. I forget what. I think she took over something. I can't remember. She passed away. The previous judge there. Let's see. Oh, that's a good. Okay, I got that written down. I will do that, Laura. Thank you. That that makes sense. That. Thank you very much. Yeah, I still bring up the Twitch Insights. It's on my laptop here. I haven't used it in years, but I thought, yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that makes sense. I say thank you. Let me write that down. Let's see. Yeah, that does make sense because I've done that with other things as far as that goes. So, and I'll add that to the list. Thank you for that, Laura. Yeah, that's a good idea. Good suggestion. Good suggestion as far as that goes. Let's see. What do we got for time? 45 minutes. Let me go ahead and let's go ahead and take a break. Short break, I think. Good idea, Laura. I will do that, sir. I will do that. Yeah, you've given me some, and I've done that with other things. I usually get one of those almost every morning now and stuff like that. So I will do that. That's a good suggestion. And I don't mind doing what I do, do the 6 click there, but um, and I also I got to do something on the Rumble side. Rumble side, I get comments on after the broadcast sometimes, and I usually get the notification, so they're taken care of immediately, and the person is ended up. I say see you later. We don't see you anymore, as far as that goes. And no one uses that word anyway. It's good to just, yes, I agree. Good to do that as far as that goes, that action. I don't like mentioning the action. I don't, because it brings attention to the thing. And I just sort of laugh about it because, go ahead. They're out there, they're trying to make a buck, but not on my expense. We're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break, folks. And I'm going to refresh my coffee here. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. What do we got on over on X? We have we're still 5 people. Thank you very much for the 5 people that are still hanging with us. We're going to go on a break. We'll be right back. And let's see. We currently have 5 people on Rumble, 1 person on Locals, no people on YouTube, maybe 1 person, 6 people on the Twitch, which I greatly appreciate as far as that goes. We have, so we got 12, we got 17 people, just to recognize, I'm not a man about numbers, but I recognize you people, all you viewers out there that are watching this live right now. That means a lot because you're taking a little bit of your time, and I don't look at that. I really appreciate that. There's some viewers that will just half-ass thank you and then go on with their bullshit of what are their bark, and this is bullshit too. What I'm doing, I guess too, but I do appreciate the views as far as that goes, and we do get quite a views here, and because we've been doing it live, and also the replay views. The replay views are very noticeable, and I say thank you to that as well. It's greatly appreciated. But we're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break here, and I will be right back. I'm going to refresh my coffee because I'm at the bottom of it. For this morning coffee for 04.07.2028, and we will be right back. we're back. We're back here. Okay. Sorry for the delay here. Went a little longer than what I thought, but conversing with the missus, and it seems like we got a TV clicker that's down. That's not really working properly. I was playing around with it, and there's Jim. Oh, Hal's up. Okay, so that means Tina has left us. Let's see. Let's check. Yep, there she goes. Okay, Tina. Ciao for now. Take care. Thank you. So I got to work. We're gonna probably end up having to buy a new one. She just bought that here a year ago, I think. So, but we are back here for the Monday morning coffee for March or April 7th, 2025. Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich here on the Rumble Studios. Got the second cup of the coffee for the second hour of the broadcast here, and we do have snow out on the grass. We did get, you can see it out here on the shrubbery right here and back of me there, right back here. But there is a small, but there's still green grass. The grass is growing. The grass is green. I'm gonna probably, so we got a little snow in April. No big deal. It's not a big deal. I've seen snow. Actually, I've seen snow where we had like a foot of snow, as far as that goes. So, and let's see, yeah, both Liam and Jim Figerty and Moss Hal is on over there on the Twitch. So they got their broadcasts going. They're part of the regular morning routine. I look for those two gentlemen, stuff like that, and they're up in age. They're a little bit older than I am, so they give me solitude to know that I can do this this broadcasting for the morning coffee Monday through Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you can follow me over there on X at Fireman Rich, where that's my mainstay, where I post things, and well, I post a few things concerning sports. And let me bring that up, seeing that we didn't have 100 years ago. Let me bring up my X feed here, and we got to turn off the. We had a full weekend of sports here, folks. We did have a full weekend of sports to where across the board, in a manner of speaking, you could say. So let's dig into that first on what I was watching yesterday. As part of my new sports viewing, and I did post it over there on X. And there's my X feed. There's our there's my channel there. We're live. We got 5 people over there. Thank you for being here. The 5 people there I am on the broadcast. Good morning and stuff. But what I'm going to start from yesterday morning, because yesterday morning. Well, that's from when is that? That's from the 5th. When was the 5th? That was Saturday. I was playing with Wingnut. We had a good day at the office, as we're calling it now. We're playing PUBG Battlegrounds, a fun game. We took yesterday off because yesterday was I became a Manchester Football Club. That's soccer, folks, here in America. They play. Oh, I streamed yesterday too. Lord of the Rings online. The first 30 minutes, the first 16 minutes, there's no audio because I had but we were watching on NBC the Manchester City going against Manchester United. They kicked off yesterday at 11:30 Eastern time, and both me and the missus watched it. It wasn't that much of a. Oh, there's Questad. He was broadcasting yesterday. Go ahead and check out Questad. Give him a plug out. He usually. He's a good guy, Questad. Let me bring his. Get sidetracked here, so we'll come back to Manchester City. But check out Questad over there here on X. He's a great guy. Give him a plug in, a shout out. He has a quality Lord of the Rings stream. Him and Quest Mom. There's Questad and Quest Mom. They're good couple there. And he's going to be broadcasting tonight, it looks like. Or was that last night? Check him out over on X. He broadcasts on YouTube as well as Twitch. And he's a good dude. He's a solid dude. I like him. But getting back to, there's there's the Egyptian right there on the left, right there. I think that's Mushi, and that's the young kid. What's his name? I can't. I forgot his name. He's two great players there. I am getting into the sport, folks. This is a, but they played halftime. You can see it was 0-0, and they have a good in between. They have a great live stream. But I was watching on NBC, and then I turned it to my X page to listen to these guys. The only thing watching this game on NBC that and they did some subs in the second half because it was 0-0 at the halftime right there, and that usually shakes it up for Manchester. I was expecting after the subs we're going to get a goal, but no, they still play. They played to a 0-0 tie. I guess if you want to kind of tie, nobody won. I guess they split the difference as far as that goes. So um, so it was a 0-0, and okay, other sports, NFL. This is an article. This is concerning an article. Ex NFL star fires back at attempt to. They're trying to ban the tush push. I don't think they should ban it. And this was a Jim Halborough gave his comments, and they. I don't think they just put it on the back burner because I think it's still football. So I'm not against it. So there was commentary on the football this weekend, and I just saw that article. I'll be talking more about that. I'll be talking more about this on Let's Talk Football, UFL football, because of course there was UFL football action this weekend. But the other big thing is you had this gentleman, Washington Capital left wing Alex Ovechkin, warmed up before the NHL game against the New York Islanders on Sunday, and he broke Wayne Gretzky's NHL career goals record by scoring 890, his 895th goal. So there's a picture of him right there, as far as that goes, and he's up there with the great one. That's what they called Wayne Gretzky. A lot of people didn't probably figured nobody was going to break his record, but he did get it broken. So I'm not a hockey player, but he broke Wayne Gretzky's record for the most goals in NHL history. You know, even if you don't follow hockey, that's a big accomplishment right there. That's like the stat is like the stat of the most home runs in baseball. Um, the Washington Capitals captain made history Sunday against the New York Islanders by beating fellow Russian on a power play in the second period and had never scored on him before, making his countrymen the 183rd different goaltender he had beaten. So you got Pi, the goalie, was a Russian countryman there, just as they did after he scored number 894 minutes earlier. Teammates mobbed the 39-year-old Russian, 39 years old, and he's still skating. God bless him. And quite the accomplishment as far as that goes. And we say congratulations to this gentleman here in hockey history. And we do, let's see, go back to this one here. Oh, did I stop it? Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's basically it as far as the as far as that goes. So that was hockey, and we did have some NBA action this weekend. And let's see, starting Friday night, I don't think the Celtics, Nets, and Knickerbockers did not play Friday. Yeah, just the 76ers. No, I'm backing up. Yeah, back up. No, the Celtics did. They won against us. They beat the Suns. And then the New York Knicks, they did not play. They did play Saturday where they beat the Atlanta Hawks. That's a good game right there. And then yesterday, the Brooklyn Nets lost to the Raptors. They're out of it now. And let's see, who else played? Nobody. Tonight we have the Brooklyn Nets. Oh, this Brooklyn Nets play the Pelicans, but tonight at 7:30, Celtics are down there in Madison Square Garden playing the New York Knicks. I'm gonna have to watch that game tonight. I always say that, and I never do. And then the Celtics, is that Tuesday? And then tomorrow, the Nets play the Pelicans. I thought they. Oh no. Oh, that's tomorrow night. The Knicks and okay, that's tomorrow night, Tuesday night, and we'll come back Friday and we'll talk about who won the Celtics net game. Of course, there was a continuation of the Final Four. Now we're down to the final in the NCAA final. My Auburn basketball team got beat by Florida, and we got first four. Yeah, Auburn lost to Florida 79-73, and then Duke ended up losing to Houston. So it's going to be Florida against Houston, and that will be tonight, the championship. So that's what I'll probably be watching at 8:50 p.m. The national championship for the NCAA basketball tournament. March Madness is coming to a close here in April between Florida and Houston. So who do I want to win? Maybe Houston, I guess. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. And Major League Baseball, we did have. Yeah, let's see. Manchester City. They tied against Manchester United, and they still stay in fifth place. If they would have won yesterday, they would have moved up to fourth place. In baseball, though, we do have some controversy. Well, it's not really controversy. I haven't heard any controversy, but it's a surprise. But the torpedo bats are absolutely good for baseball, said Major League Baseball Commissioner this weekend, I guess. This was the 6th, so that was Sunday this article came out. They're absolutely good for baseball. Manfred said in a question and answer published by the New York Times on Sunday. I believe the issues like the torpedo bat and the debate around it demonstrates the fact that baseball still occupies a unique place in our culture because people get into complete frenzies over something that's really nothing at the end of the day. And the bat's legal. The bat's legal. They just moved the wood. There's nothing saying you can't do that. So I find that pretty intriguing. So I think the Red Sox had a lot of runs last night. Yeah, they had 18 runs over the Cardinals last night. I saw that on it was broadcast on ESPN. So are they using the torpedo bats? I wonder. 18 runs. How many of that was home runs? But let's see. Over the weekend, starting let's go Friday night. Friday night, nobody played Friday night. So Saturday gameplay for how come that doesn't want to go back? Okay, there it goes. Let's see. Saturday, the Yankees beat the Brewers. No, that was March 29th. Where are we? We got to go to the 4th. What the hell's going on? Why am I still in March on the baseball scores here? I went back too far. Wow. Okay, March 4th, Friday. The Mets beat the Blue Jays 5-0. That's good. And the New York Yankees did not play Friday. On Saturday, the Yankees beat the Pirates. They played the Pirates this weekend, 10-4 on Saturday. And the Mets did not play on Saturday. So Sunday gameplay, the Pirates beat the Yankees 5-4. So they split it on the weekend. And the Mets beat the Blue Jays again 2-1. Oh, that's good for the Mets. Tonight, the Yankees they play the Tigers. They're in Detroit. And the Mets are off tonight. The Yankees will be playing Tigers tomorrow night, and Mets will be start playing the Marlins tomorrow night. So we'll talk about them more on or Wednesday. Wednesday. Did I tell you I got my second cup of coffee? Yeah, I did. And let's see, we're still holding strong on the UFL football, United Football League, starting on. We do have a broadcast on Thursday nights. We sort of half-assed last Thursday night, but I'll try and do better this Thursday night. About 7 o'clock, we talk about the UFL football. Let's talk football, UFL football, that is. And in UFL football action, last Friday, April 4th, the Birmingham Stallions, they won a game. They won. This is week 2. They beat the Michigan Panthers, and right now the Michigan Panthers and Stallions are tied in the USFL conference. And it wasn't a blowout. The Stallions won. The Stallions had a good. The Stallions had good defense. That's what that brought them to the day. It was 21-12, close game. Another close game. The Defenders and Showboats, they showed up, but they lost to the DC Defenders 17-12. So the Washington DC Defenders, where they have the beer snake, that's the cups for the beer. That's wild to see every time. But that was a Saturday game, and they beat the Showboats 17-12. And then yesterday's games, the Roughnecks, they lost to the Renegades. That's Arlington beat Houston, and that was a close game, 11-9. So that was a very close game. So there wasn't the blowouts. Well, then again, the last game I would consider a blowout. The Birmingham, San Antonio played St. Louis Battlehawks, the Baramas against the Battlehawks, and the Battlehawks won 26-9. That's a little bit of a blowout there. So the Battlehawks are 2-0, Baramas are 0-2, Renegades are 2-0, Roughnecks are 0-2. So there's a 3-way tie in the there's 2 conferences. You got the XFL conference and the USFL conference. And the USFL conference, the Stallions and Panthers are tied at 1 apiece, 1-1. Roughnecks and Showboats are 0-2. In the XFL conference, the Battlehawks, Roughnecks, or Renegades and Defenders are all tied at 2-0, and the Baramas. So the better playing teams are in the XFL right now, 2-0. So Stallions showed that they can come back, but we'll see what happens. So good football. We'll be talking about it on Thursday night a little bit more, and we'll go over the wins and losses on the picks that we did, and we'll preview what week 3, what's coming up and what's going on. So I continue that broadcast, and I enjoy talking about it. So there we have it on the sports. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Coffee's tasting great this morning. I'm a little baffled about that. I'm thinking in the back of my head about that clicker because I used it last night and it worked great, and I'm not sure what's going on with it. We're going to have to look at that a little bit closer and stuff. We changed the batteries. The missus did that. So it can't be old. It's only about a year old, if that, a little over a year old. Let's see what we got for in the news. We didn't have 100. I'd be interested to see if they have 100 years ago. 100 years ago for tonight. Stray emu caught after a year of sightings. Oh, we had an emu. This is over in Harpersville. Let's see what is going on with this. They had an emu. That's a commercial there. It's an actual bird. It looks like an ostrich. Let me get this set up here. Stray emu caught after a year of sightings, so it was evading everybody. Let's go ahead and bring this up here. Present it. Over there on Fox 40. local TV station here, the Fox affiliate. And full disclosure, I have no association with Fox 40 or any of these other news agencies that I might be presenting news and concerning the local southern tier of upstate New York. I just enjoy. They have some interesting stuff that I can present to you guys. Okay, let's go ahead and play this one then.
After nearly a year of sightings, a stray emu has been brought into the Animal Adventure Park and Reserve in Harpersville. Since last summer, residents reported to have seen the emu, with the latest sighting on April 2nd in a field off of Colesville Road. The emu's new name is Lilith, and experts believe she may have escaped from a hobby farm in the area. Lilith is now in quarantine, but park officials are looking forward to her joining the other emus in the park later this year after veterinary clearance.
So we had an emu strolling around. As far as that goes, there's what's the commercial there? Is it State Farm? No, it's Liberty. Liberty Insurance uses the emu along with the other guy there and stuff. So maybe it was wandering trying to get on a commercial like a counterpart of its goes and stuff like that. So that's a funny one right there. For a year, it's been wandering around. So it went through a winter, so it can survive in the winter. And that was in that's in Harpersville. That's on the other side of Binghamton. So it can get cold there, folks. It can get cold. Okay, let's see. What else is on Fox? That starts us off with a funny there on Fox 40 News. What else do we got? Oh, what's this? Local leaders honor the life of a rabbi.
Tomorrow, the Southern Tier will
Let's go ahead and see what this one's about here. This is a gentleman that's here in the Southern Tier. Education and Share Day. I guess that's tomorrow. Let's see what this one's about here.
Tomorrow, the Southern Tier will be honoring a rabbi who many call the most influential in modern history, with Broome County joining many communities around the country to celebrate the 123rd anniversary of the birth of the Rebbe, Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson. The event will take place at the Binghamton Town Hall, with a focus on local efforts providing to the Ark Giving Project, which is a nationwide project using giving boxes around communities to provide funds to charities, inspired by the life of the Rebbe. Local officials in attendance will include Binghamton Mayor Jared Cram, Assemblywoman Dawn Lopardo, State Senator Leah Webb, and Congressman Josh Riley. Tomorrow, the Southern Tier will be honoring a rabbi who many call the most influential in modern history.
Okay, that's pretty interesting there. As far as that goes, the gentleman there, he's making a mark in the community, and we say good show as far as that goes. And let's see, what else we have? We have, they're continuing to honor the fallen firefighter from Binghamton, John J.R. Goddett. And
the Binghamton men's lacrosse.
The lacrosse team at Binghamton University
to the field today.
Honored him. And this is this past Saturday. So let's go ahead and see what this one's about here too.
Men's lacrosse team took to the field today, playing in honor of late Binghamton firefighter John J.R. Goddett. When the Bearcats took the field for today's game against UAlbany, it was J.R. Goddett Youth Day, with youth lacrosse players joining the Binghamton players on the field. Goddett, who died in the line of duty fighting a fire in Binghamton on February 12th, was a youth lacrosse coach in the area and played college lacrosse at Binghamton.
We talked about him and his selflessness and was able to kind of tell some stories from when he was here, right? And he was the same way and wasn't I guess surprised to hear that he was putting his life on the line, in an unfortunate tragedy. So we'll continue to honor.
We'll continue to honor him. So that's a good story right there as far as for the fallen firefighter, because he contributed back to the community by coaching youngsters in the sport of lacrosse, which is a pretty brutal sport. It's just like you're swinging that stick, man. So we always, never forgotten, always remembered. Never forgotten, always remembered as far as the fallen firefighters and stuff. And okay, let's see. And I think that's about it for Fox 40 on the news that I see of interest. Let's see, going into the weekend. Former NASA simulator instructor shares stories working on Apollo space mission. What's this one about? Let's see. I'm a space junkie, so we're gonna.
Some moments will never be forgotten.
Yeah, some moments will never be forgotten, and especially in space. So let's go ahead and listen to this one here.
Some moments will never be forgotten, and one of them is the moon landing. Major helpers from the NASA Apollo missions visited Binghamton today to share their stories. Fox 40's Mike White brings us those stories.
Frank Hughes is no stranger to aerospace craft and missions. First stepping foot at the NASA Kennedy Space Center in Florida in 1966.
I got there at this first day that a truck from Binghamton arrived with the first piece of the Apollo simulator. And so I just grew up with the simulator.
And Hughes soon found himself becoming an instructor at NASA. Hughes worked on numerous space operations, including Skylab and all the station's shuttle missions. But the one that stands out the most, the Apollo missions.
When it came together, we learned together. Nobody knew how to go to the moon. We learned everything together, astronauts and the instructors, about how to get there. We understand the basics but then the engineering part of it to make it all work.
However, Hughes and the crew learned all the steps it would take to succeed. Throughout the time leading up to the moon landing, it was nonstop training through spacecraft simulators and makeshift sets to replicate the moon.
We had to go from a generic moon to real good models of where we're going to land.
For the engineers on hand, the technology used was an advancement like no other.
So much unknown, as it was for the seafaring days. They didn't know what they were going to encounter.
But that unknown became a reality for all, as all the training and practice paid off with the successful Apollo 11 moon landing on July 16, 1969.
They asked the astronaut how it went and said, just like the simulator, which gave us great feeling of accomplishment that the astronauts were able to perform their mission.
Hughes credits the strength of the staff and astronauts, but the former instructor even admits the success of the mission came earlier than he expected.
I thought 12 was going to be the first one to land because we'd done so well. It's, from 8 to 9 to 10, getting all those pieces tested piecewise. And then I was ready to put it all together. And I thought, oh, we're on our way and everything's good.
Hughes' book, The Great Apollo Train Wreck, speaks on the days during the space race and is available now. Reported in Binghamton, Mike White.
So for the Apollo missions, the simulators are built right here in the southern tier of upstate New York, and that's something I didn't. I know Singer and Link, they built aircraft simulators, so that's where that came out of, along with the technology. You can see IBM back there. There's IBM probably technology embedded into those simulators, and that's a good thing as far as interesting history on the Apollo missions. Gentleman and was training the astronauts to land on the moon. Lives right here in the southern tier of upstate New York. That's pretty cool. That is cool stuff, folks. That is cool stuff. Let's see. I think that's it for Fox 40. And let's go ahead. WEBO. Nothing going on there. WEBO or WNBF. We talked about the vacant building Friday, and work resumes at a historical. Let's see, no, nothing really on WNBF that's significant. WBNG. Oh, beloved Dennis the Menace actor Jay North passes away. Oh my God. What the heck? Jay North, Dennis the Menace. Wow. We're not going to show that though. Let's see. Town of Binghamton Fire Department puts out a fire. City of Binghamton responds to a fire Saturday afternoon. Okay. Cause is under no cause under investigation. It sounds like there was no injuries. So, and let's see, what else do we have here? No videos. What's going on with this? Oh, is this the video? No, there's no video there for that one. Okay. Let's see. What's it? The 4th. That was Friday. We had a fire on Friday. Okay, this is a fire that happened Friday. Second alarm house fire. So let's go ahead and bring this one up. This is off of WBNG, the local channel 12. Channel 12 channel, CBS. And let's go ahead and listen to this one.
Responded to a second alarm house fire near Shenango Forks earlier tonight. According to Fire Chief Darren Johns, the call came in just after 9 p.m. The fire was through the second floor of the structure when crews got there. No one was home and no injuries were reported. Several departments were called to the scene and are still working on cleaning it up.
Okay, so crews fight a second alarm. The good thing, just like the last one I was looking at here. No reported in. Nobody was home, so no injuries. That's always a good thing. And that was Friday evening, I guess, as far as that goes. So let's see. Dismiss that. And that's it for WBNG as far as that goes. Oh, here's one about space. Frank Hughes. He grew up where I grew up in Appalachia. I don't know him, but
A retired
let's go ahead. This is another space thing. Let's go ahead and watch this one.
NASA astronaut visited Binghamton today to discuss his new book, The Great Apollo Space Wreck. Frank Hughes joined NASA in 1966, the same day the first shipment of GP-Link simulators was delivered to NASA. Hughes worked close with astronauts to get them used to the simulators, which were manufactured in Binghamton. As Hughes explains, he was excited to show off the new technology.
We were so proud when we were going to show Gus Grissom, one of the astronauts there, of what's going on. And he came in and he looked at it and they said, looked like a GD train wreck. That's not, he said the whole thing, but you get the idea.
His new book discusses his 3 decades of experience, detailing how he prepared astronauts for space travel. He had to used to come to Binghamton back in the 60s and 70s, working on those simulators that trained so many.
Okay, so he didn't live here. He just came back for a visit. He has a book tour, but it started here in Binghamton at Link Simulations, a company that built the simulators for the Apollo missions, and built right here in the Southern Tier, upstate New York. So the gentleman was just coming back for a book tour, as far as that, where it all started for him. That's good. Okay. Follow-up story there on WBNG. No affiliation again with WBNG News. And Jay North, an actor who played the beloved character in the 1966 sitcom, passed away. Died of cancer at 73. Okay. The actor had reported been battling colon cancer for years. North led the show on CBS Comedy during the 1959-63. I don't remember watching 63. I was too young to be watching TV. I remember watching our reruns when I was older in the late 60s. The show was based on Dennis the Menace comic strip, and the show revolved around the shenanigans of Dennis, the only child of Henry, played by Herbert Anderson, and Alice, played by Gloria Henry. Despite being well-intentioned, the chaotic Dennis would get on the nerves of his neighbor George Wilson, and then his brother John Wilson. So there's Dennis and George right there. We'll just show a picture of them. He passed away. Dennis, the actor there, passed away. Played Dennis the Menace, colon cancer, age 71. So he lived a long, still young, 71. So so God bless and Godspeed. It's okay. Let's see what else we got. WBNG, anything? I don't think so. Let's see. All right, let's check the whale. Scam calls implementing Broome County new. Nothing on the whale. Let's see, channel 34. And some more talk about the NASA chief talks about new book in Binghamton. WENY out there in Elmira. What do we have? Anything over the weekend? Major fire breaks out in Elmira business. Ooh, let's check this one out. This is on WENY out there in Elmira. That's to the west of us.
Following a developing situation happening in Chemung County tonight, multiple departments across the county called out to Elmira's south side. This was the scene on South Kenyon Street, which runs near Clement Center Parkway. The building in question belongs to McDonald Contracting. The fire was first reported by multiple 911 callers sometime a little after 9 p.m. tonight. When we first got there on scene, flames could be seen just shooting out of that roof. There was such a large response by area fire departments, police blocked off the surrounding area as crews set up their fire hoses. There's no word yet if anybody was inside or the cause of the fire at this time. According to its website, McDonald Contracting provides excavating, landscaping, septic system repairs, and dumpster services. And from our point of view, the building appears to be a total loss.
So a total loss to this structure, and I would say that I would take an educated guess, given the time, there's nobody there. So the investigation continues with this fire, and we'll see what transpires with that as far as that goes. Let's see. The cause of fire is under investigation still, so we'll have to see. Let's see. Do they have an update? And that's another house fire, but we'll okay, let's see. All right, that's it for there. And we're at an hour and 30 minutes. Let's see. Do we have anything on channel 18? Information? No, nothing there. And nothing there. And I think that's about it. I think we're at the end where we don't really have much more. We've been on for an hour and a half. I've been liking the hour and a half time there as far as that goes. So. A minute. we dropped the hang on for a minute. We dropped the broadcast here. I did too many clicks here. Hang on for a minute, folks. Let's bring this back up. Okay, there we are. Okay, let's bring this up. Okay, we're back. We're back, and let's bring the sorry about that. we dropped the broadcast. I clicked I went one click too much on the thing. So thank God I have the phone up that keeps the broadcast. So we didn't drop it totally as far as that goes. So bring the banner back up. And I lost all the chat, but I have the chat on the phone. But we're going to be ending the broadcast here, where we still have we're finishing up here with 6 people. No, 7 people. 7 people on X Live, the Facebook. We have nobody over there, but Tony did leave a comment, and we have 1 person on Locals, 1 person on YouTube, 4 people on Twitch, and we have 4 people on Rumble. Thank you, Rumble. Rumble rocks, as well as X Live and Twitch today. And but we're going to go ahead and exit stage left here and get our day started, because we've been on for an hour and 34 minutes, hour and 35 minutes now, and see what the day brings. Watch the snow melt outside, and just, I don't know. Are we taking a walk?
I gotta vacuum first.
Okay, yeah, she has to do the cleaning, even though it's no housework day. She's still going to press on, folks. I can't. That's an automatic there. So you all have, I want to say thank you very much for those that were here in the broadcast on the chat side. I want to say thank you to our Jersey girl, Tina, who was here. Thank you very much, Tina. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Tony D. Salute to you, my brother veteran, my good friend and fellow broadcaster. Thank you very much. And thank you, Thamer, coming in from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Okay, Tina came in. She's our Jersey girl. She's from Central Jersey. Tony is from Warner Robins, Georgia, down in that part of the country there. And Thamer, who's from Riyadh, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Thank you for spending some of your time with us, Thamer. Greatly appreciate. Tim Fanforty, our resident contractor, talking contracting stuff, was here. Thank you, Tim Fanforty. Coming in on the YouTube side. Lore, thank you very much on Twitch. He's coming in from Norway. Greatly appreciate it, my friend. And thank you for that information. I will be doing that today as far as the suggestion you did on the Streambo, as far as that goes. And let's see, who else do we have? I think that covers it all. So I thank those folks that were in the chat, as far as contributing to the broadcast, because it really means a lot. Thank you for the viewers that were watching. Greatly appreciate that. And as far as that goes, you took a little bit of your time to watch this simple guy, knucklehead, do the yap, 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 yap bit. And it is appreciated. And thank you very much as far as that goes. And let's see, with that, we are, again, at the end of the broadcast. I am Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here on Rumble Studios, broadcasting out to Rumble, Locals, YouTube, Twitch, X Live, and the Facebook. And for those people that are watching on a replay, thank you very much. Oh, also, we do repurpose the audio of the broadcast over there on Spotify for creators, and for the audio pod that we do, and we appreciate those listens over on Spotify for creators that broadcasts out to like 8 different other platforms. We're on iTunes, Google Music, and all those other fine audio pods. It's a good thing, and I enjoy doing that. So you all have a great one wherever you may be on this big blue marble. Again, Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich on X. Give me a follow or just check me out, see where I'm doing for the course of the day. That's where I post my links to good stuff. And that's primarily the live streaming here. I don't know if I'm going to be gaming or not. That's going to be sort of a hit and miss. I know I'll probably be playing PUBG Battlegrounds later this afternoon. That's almost an automatic. But other than that, folks, you all have a great one wherever you may be. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks. Thanks again.